Good morning, everyone. My name is Nevin. If it is your first time here, I'm a licensed acupuncturist and certified Qigong instructor. And in Qigong, there are different ways of practicing, and my style is a lot of times seasonally oriented movement, which makes a lot of sense to me because we reflect what's happening outside internally, and then the internal organs that are kind of that may need support at that time of the year are basically just strengthened or worked out or just paid attention. Sometimes it could be actual movement, sometimes it could be just turning attention to our lungs or heart or kind of whatever. And this time of the year is the winter season. With all the snow and ice outside, it's perfect time to do some winter Qigong. The internal organs for that season are kidneys and urinary bladder. So we've been working on those for some time, taking into account different aspects. And one other aspect, which is, I think, very important as we get older, I feel the importance of this more and more. And I've seen people around me, how they ended up when they come to a certain age. So I'm really paying attention to what can be done to stay healthy cognitively. And because in Qigong, the brain is supported by kidneys, or kidney is the main organ actually that gives the energy, flows up, although kidneys are at the back, but there are energetic connections. So brain is a type of marrow, like the things that we have in our bones. So kidneys govern also bones as well. That's why we've been doing a lot of maybe balance exercises in the past few weeks. So we're going to today focus on the brain itself, what can be done. And most of it will be Qigong, but some of it is not exactly Qigong. You may have seen some brain coach and some like people who work with memory or Alzheimer and so on. So you may have heard them talking about like cross-body movements, or one of the twisting kind of movements that we do in Qigong a lot is also affecting that. So just to kind of refresh for you, brain consists of two hemispheres, right and left. There is a debate of what right governs and what left governs. I don't want to go there, but there are two almost like separate looking or very closely connected spheres, right and left. And it's about maybe 10, 11, 12 pounds. So it's here, right here. And sometimes there is an area which connects right and left hemispheres. And sometimes that area gets a little kind of foggy, and then we stop forgetting the names or like names of actresses or names of books. Oh my God, it just kind of, after 60 especially, it starts to hit in a bad way. And people over 80, sometimes they would have a lot of issues with that. So we're going to work with those a little bit. So the focus will be a little bit on the head, brain itself. And then a lot of this cross-crawl, also they call like cross-body movements. And then we'll do a few other things too, even including some brain gym stuff, which is so fun and so scary. When you first do them, it feels like, oh my God, I'm so bad. So I hope you won't feel that way for some of the stuff we're going to do it today. And it's okay to be bad at them because it's your first time. When I did them first time, I was like, oh my God, this is hard. Anyway, so let's begin by becoming aware of our head. You can close your eyes if you like. Feel the head, feel your neck area, and feel the kind of torso, the trunk, the body. And notice there is like a connection with the neck from the body going up to the head. And imagine all the activity going on from the body to the brain. There's kind of like a flow. There is this activity already happening. It's through the blood, through the lymph, through the neurons, energetically. And open your eyes if they were closed. Bring your hands on your kidneys now. Kidneys are right here at the back, close to the back line of the body. So give it a good massage. Make it like a circular, inside out, maybe soft fist hands. So activating the kidney area to start kind of bringing some awareness. Feel that area kind of getting warm a little bit. Normally in many Qigong traditions, you do that massage like 36 times, circle, circle, circle on your kidneys every day, even maybe multiple times a day. I do that every day. This 36 times support the kidneys. It's a kind of good practice. So I didn't count, but I'm assuming that this is 36. So just release your hands and take a moment to feel maybe some warmth, maybe some increased energy around the kidneys. And then as we move on, now to open the link between the torso and the head or the brain, we're going to do just like very simple, just like rubbing your hands as you turn the head. Just like one hand moving. Again, if there was any kind of congestion, blockage, releasing the neck area. And also head rotations is a good one. And if you have any issues with the cervical vertebra or your neck or shoulders, please be careful and don't overdo it. And overall, anything that I'm guiding, if it doesn't feel right for you, please don't do that. Or adjust or modify. And just release. Again, take a moment to turn in and notice maybe some increased sensation around the neck, a little bit warmth maybe. Or just becoming aware of that area in between the top and then the kind of lower part of the body. And now we're going to do, as we bring the focus on to the brain, eye function is super important for the brain health as well. In the brain, the areas that covers the eye, seeing, sight, I think it's the largest area that it takes up in the brain. So what we will do is we're going to draw like a figure 8 or infinity sign with our eyes. Something like that. So I'm starting from this corner and then I'll go down, up, middle, and then down on this side. So I'm drawing a figure 8 with the eyes. Let's do it one more time. And notice the sensations or the sense of like weirdness. For good kind of brain health, juggling is highly recommended. So just release. A few other things are like learning new things, trying new things. Brain likes novelty because as an organ, it relies, it wants to be efficient and it wants to learn something very quickly and then repeat. It kind of predicts, I know this movement, it's going to be like this. So we're going to kind of shift everything around so that there's going to be what they call the white matter in the brain. It's going to get wider as we kind of bring different type of stimulus there. Now from the eyes, we're going to move into some areas. These are acupuncture pathways, the channels that help govern in a way what's happening with the upper part. So I'm going to be tapping this corner. Here is the collarbone. Here is the chest bone. This corner in between, this is the end of the kidney meridian. Breathe in and out. becoming aware of the kidneys at the back maybe, and sensing energetically that things are moving all around the body freely, nicely, any kind of congestion is being released. And now the other points are going to be upper part of the lips and then lower part. So you can do it this way or like that. Maybe let's do this one. So one hand is moving this side, the other one is moving the other side. Switch the hands maybe the other side. And then move up to the area, like beginning of the eyebrows. Massage here a little bit. This is for the urinary bladder, the partner for the kidneys, so they kind of work together. So massaging this area, or in between, like between the eyes. And then here. And then we're going to move up, almost like now, imagine we are going through the midline between the right and left hemispheres of the brain. And for this, we're going to be just tapping. Tap, tap, tap. Go all the way down to the neck. Maybe do that a few more rounds. This is also another kind of thing to be done daily for brain health. And maybe take a little bit, widen that now, all around the head. It's good to bring in circulation all around the head and activate things. Slow it down and just release all the way your hands on your lap or somewhere. And now connect with the breath slowly. And make it big, nice, full breaths. You can place one hand in your abdomen if you like. Or maybe hands just around the diaphragm on the sides. Big, full, slow breaths. Through the nose if you can. Our brain uses like majority of the oxygen as an organ itself. I think more than 20% is used by the brain. So breath practices, because of that, good, nice, full breaths down into the belly are important for the brain cognitive health as well. Do 3 more big, nice, full breaths. Imagine you are supporting the functions of the brain, the kidneys, also kind of massaging internal organs. Last one. Open your eyes. Let's come into a standing position now. I'm having my herbal tea to support the throat, and I have my water bottle at the back, so stay hydrated. As we come into a standing position now, just take a moment to become aware of your feet on the ground. Sky above, earth underneath. Knees soft, tailbone tucked under a little bit. Shoulders are down, chin a little bit tucked under. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel yourself now standing. Bring your hands now onto your kind of sides of the waist and start to turn the upper body only. Lower body is not doing anything. Imagine you are turning a little bit, gentle movement, and now reverse the movement. I'm going a little faster, but if you want to do it with every breath, slower circles, it's all good. You can do that too. Come back to center for a moment. And now we're gonna be, we're gonna do almost like upper and lower together. So just find a way to move things for all the joints after maybe 3 or so rounds, reverse it. Start to feel, especially the SI joints at the back of the body, on the hips. They may feel kind of interesting, especially in the mornings. Now from here, come into, you're not folding or arching, or spine is kind of straight here. Bring your hands onto the thighs and bend and straighten the legs. These are now to activate the acupuncture channels for the bladder and kidneys. So we're kind of activating these organs' pathways, energetic pathways. And when you bend the knees, have the hips gliding back. Knees are not really going towards the front. So if you have any knee issues, of course, you know what to do. Really be careful. Don't overdo. Maybe do it slowly. And now bring the knees closer towards each other. Do just a few circles here. One way and then the other way. And now stay here, turning to the side again. Stay here completely kind of straight legs, straight torso, straight kind of spine. Feel the elongation from the tip of the tailbone to the top of the head. As you are pushing your hands a little bit to give it a good stretch. That's the entire kind of bladder pathway. And now while you are here, separate your feet a little bit again. And now you can give a soft bend into the knees and bring the shoulders to the ears. Just again to activate between the head and the torso to release if there was any tension. Maybe roll the shoulders here, the joints. And then slowly start to straighten yourself, but doing almost like a cat-cow, like a wave-like movement for the spine to open a little bit. They call this serpent or a wave. You are reaching forward with the chin, bending the hips, gliding them back, and then as you bring chin to the chest, lifting up. Just to warm up the spine as well, as we are going to be moving, turning to the front. And back to the position where we were again. Bring the hands on the over the thighs and separate your feet. Now we're going to be focusing on stretching the inner legs. That's where the kidney pathway goes. Do your best to stretch. Again, make sure that the knee is okay, you're not over bending. And if bending too much is not good or is not feeling nice for you, maybe do it just like a small stretch. But these inner leg stretches are very helpful because we lose a lot of like inner leg, inner thigh strength, especially over time. So let's just do a few more of those. And then start to bring your feet closer to each other. Maybe stay somewhere where the space is about like shoulder width apart. And then slowly press your feet down and curl yourself up to come up into a standing position. And I will do one more as a warm-up almost. Bring your hands, we're going to be turning side to side. So turn to one side and hands are facing you. And then we will slowly push the hands, turn the hands away from you. Push the hands away as you turn your gaze to the other side. And then bring the hands closer. And then push the hands away, turn to the other side. Notice what we are doing here, almost like a gentle movement for the spine, head, neck. Everything is kind of coming into almost like double spiral. And then push it back. Let's do one more time this side. Turn the head and take a moment almost like to stretch a little bit to the end. And then release. And as you release, feel the sensations in your spine, neck, and then we're going to do the same thing for the other side. This is in general very good for kind of neck issues or when you have headaches. Sometimes doing this kind of a movement can feel like, oh, this feels nice actually, because we are really helping to increase the circulation. Push. Bring it closer. Let's one more time. Exhale, push. Inhale back. Release your hands. Find yourself in the center and start to swing your arms. And when you have the soft fist hand coming back, tapping onto this midpoint on your spine in the lower back, lumbar area, the door of life. So give yourself an opportunity to again maybe activate the kidneys or knocking on the door of life. If you want to add the heels, you can do that version as well. So your feet are either static, staying in the same position, or maybe moving. Check whichever kind of feels nice. I like to move almost like both, or I keep changing maybe one and then the other. Knocking on the door of life. And then we're going to slow it down. And then come back to center. Bring the hands in front of the abdomen. Bring the palms facing each other. Knees are soft. Feel your body, starting with the basis of your feet, the sensations all the way up, knees and legs. Tailbone tucked under in this position, knees are bent a little bit. And take a moment to just feel the sensations in between your hands. Feel this sense of maybe like a magnetic pull or some energy ball, as we would like to think of in Qigong, as we are gonging our qi, as we are kind of increasing awareness of this very subtle life force that's actually keeping us alive, us and everything around us. Taking a moment to connect. Feel the space around you. Your eyes may be open or closed, doesn't matter. The room, the environment around you, outside the house, all the snow and the ice, oh my God. And the thoughts actually like, oh, how am I gonna go out kind of things. As you turn the attention inward, feel the sensations, maybe the touch, especially under your feet or your face, the head. We don't kind of pay attention, but the brain is constantly all the neurons or the cells. There's apparently about like maybe 80 million or billion cells in our brain. There's a ton in the body also, it's trillions of cells. Just take a moment to feel all these cells rely on this energy, this life force. In Chinese medicine we call it qi, in yoga they would call it prana, or just simply life force that keeps us alive. Think of it that way. Take one more nice full breath in. Again, oxygenating the brain and slowly release. And now let's do some fun stuff for the brain health. As I mentioned earlier, it's going to be cross-body movements, up, down, side to side, and then some other brain gymnastic stuff we're going to explore. So first we will start kind of straightforward. As I said, these are not exactly fully Qigong, but it works with the idea of side to side crossing, so that the right and left hemispheres of the brain are getting really nice workout, almost like so to keep ourselves sharp. So we're going to start nice and easy. So this arm will come up and then the knee will bend on the opposite side. So not the same side, please. And then we're going to repeat this maybe a few times, as if like march kind of a thing. Do your best to lift the arm. If there are any shoulder issues and it's not really possible for you, don't do it too much maybe. Or you can even do just one side, but just notice we are doing the opposite side, hand and leg coordination. And this will turn out to be, because we are moving a lot, almost like a cardio, so your heartbeat may start feeling a little faster. And slow it down. We're going to change the pattern. This time, again, opposite leg, opposite hand, we're tapping on the knee. And the knee, it doesn't have to be lifting too much, but a little bit. So we are kind of moving this way. Hands and legs are kind of crossing. And we're tapping on the knee this time with the opposite hand. There are a lot of videos on YouTube if you kind of check these things out. Also, there is something called energy medicine. They basically use Qigong, but they call it energy medicine. And this is one of their daily practice recommendations. And let's do a few more. Notice we were kind of hitting with our hand to the knee, and we're going to change that to something else. So this time, hand will tap onto like the ankle area. If it's not easy for you to tap onto the ankle, keep moving with this one. And it's completely fine if you are moving much slower than that I'm doing. So just tap onto the, but pay attention to, we're doing something like this, right? Tapping onto the ankle, opposite side. And we're doing this in the front of the body. And to make this a little more complicated, we're going to switch and do this with the back now. And it could be just like ankle, or consider it as maybe the heel. And opposite side again. It's not the same, and I guess technically it's not possible either to do the same way, same side. Let's just do a few more. So notice also what's happening with the brain. Brain is thinking, oh, we were doing it with the front, now we're doing it with the back. How about if we move back to the front again? And then to the back. So brain is trying to learn the pattern, like what is going on exactly here? So how can I learn this quickest so I can predict what's happening? Switch to the front again. Two front, two back. Please go slow again if you have to. Front, back. And we're going to just take a break here, just for a moment. Just pause and find maybe this hands in front of the body position. Let things, maybe the heartbeat, to self-regulate. So it goes quite, as I was saying earlier, like a cardio. Heartbeat will definitely be kind of changing. I will continue with a few other kind of interesting versions or variations of this same idea. And this time it's going to be front, but elbow to the knee. And for some of you, this may not be accessible. So just do your best. You don't have to maybe lift your hands or knee rather, maybe that high. So it's going to be like that. Arms open, and you are doing almost like this cross pattern movement with the opposite side again. And after we do this a few more times, we're going to move an easier, in a way, like version. So this time, knee and elbow doesn't have to come to each other, but we are moving the hands and leg in opposite direction. Feel a little bit of like movement in your spine all the time, a little bit of rotations as we keep doing those. Notice maybe sometimes balance is getting challenged as we stay in one leg. And we will slow this down. Again, just take a moment to catch your breath. Maybe sip some water. Nice cardio, right? And then there is one more. So in this one, leg is opening to the side, but the idea is the same, using the opposite sides. So this arm will come up and this leg will go out. I will switch. You can continue with like any variations after this one, but I think this gives you a sense of right-left brain coordination. So after this kind of prep for what is coming next, we'll give it a try. Just release your hands. Feel yourself, again, self-regulating. The heartbeat is getting normalized. Breathe in, breathe out. Now open your arms out to the sides. I'm going to show only one of those exercises, but there are many. If you check on YouTube, if you want to give yourself, put yourself into like a challenge situation, do some of those exercises, cross pattern for the body, and then do one of those. This is like combining everything. So open the arms out to the side. This hand, I'm not saying right or left, so maybe just to mirror you, this hand will come and hold my nose. And notice this hand is going to be kind of closer to the body. And this hand will come and hold my opposite earlobe. And take a moment to, in order not to frustrate yourself later or judge yourself, because at the beginning it is what happens. Just hold your nose and elbow like that. And then open. Now bring this hand to hold your nose, this hand to your other earlobe. And then continue like that. Does it get confusing? It does, right? And there are different ways of doing this where it gets super confusing. But variations of this, you keep changing, are really great practices to keep the mind sharp. Oops, see, I like which hand is going where, right? It happens, it's all natural. Just requires some practice. Don't judge yourself, but start practicing. Or sign up for a language class or something. or start learning a new practice, or maybe play an instrument, or change your way when you are going for a walk. Go from a different pathway, and there are a few other things. And use the other hand, like when you are brushing your teeth, for example, we use dominant hand, let's say right hand for me, and use the left hand to do some practice. It could be trying writing, or while you are eating, use the non-dominant hand. Those are going to be kind of helpful. Let's do just 3 more of those. Open. And last one. And in this one also, by the way, like when we do this, instead of opening the arms, advanced version, when you bring the hands here, it gets double complicated for the brain, like, because it's hard to bring, instead of opening, bringing the hands down here and then up here, like, what the heck is happening? When I tried those, I was like, this is too hard. I'm just going to try the simpler version in the class, and if you guys are interested, you can definitely do that. So just now, let everything to shake a little bit. And no judging, please remember, there's no judging. It's the first time maybe you tried something like that. And then one more thing to stabilize and consolidate everything. Now bring this foot to the front. So now see, this leg is at the top. Bring the hands here at the front, and hands will, so see, now they are facing each other. And now they will face each other, but in this position. So what did I do? From here, I slowly switched and turned both hands. And since this leg is at the top, this side hand will come under. See? And then you're going to interlace the hands and then turn them in. Hold and breathe. This one is called like hook. And take the attention to the brain, almost like to the space in between. Corpus callosum, I guess they call this. I'm not sure exact name. But the area between the right and left brain hemispheres. Let things to consolidate, and almost like all the new forms of, we created like new pathways in the brain with all these different types of movements. Let them almost like get settled, established. We're growing the white matter of the brain. Breathing and sending a lot of oxygen. And we're going to release now. We have to do the other side as well. Open the arms, release the legs, and bring the other leg at the front. And bring the hands close. And this time it's going to be this hand at the kind of lower part or closer to the body. And we interlace the hands. Bring them here. And breathe. Deep, nice breaths. Feel this maybe double crossings in the body. And allow things to find, I mean, it looks like complicated, but this kind of holding the body can be very effective to increase focus. Actually, even like people with ADHD or children, they recommend these kind of things. Or in the like corporate world, when I would do like mindfulness related things, this would be something I would bring people to really create a sense of presence right this moment, right now, and with this breath. Take one more nice breath. And slowly release. Unhook, let go, and just come into a shake. Good, nice shake of the arms and the legs. Maybe one at a time. Shake everything. Shaking is good to release any stagnation here and there. It invigorates the body. It helps with definitely the movement of things. Maybe sighing out now through the mouth. Inhaling and exhaling. Slow it down. Find one more time this Qigong stance of power. Feel your soft knees, tucked tailbone, arms relaxed, shoulders away from the ears, hands in front of the body. And bring the hands now to face the body, and the very gentle version, like original Qigong version of some of these movements now we're going to try. They are very simple, doable by everybody, so there's no need for any judgment. Now we're going to be just lifting one arm and turning the body. And then turning through the center line and releasing. So what I'm doing is very simple. Hands are at the beginning facing the body, and then we are making a gentle circle. We're going to do a couple of more of those. The body a little bit turning. And the hand, when I kind of move the hand, see it goes to the other side. So there is a bit of a cross pattern. And just come back to the center. I'm going to turn sideways for the next one. Hands are about like solar plexus level around the midline of the body. And we're going to have this arm. So one of the hands is continuing to stay in the same position facing down. And the other hand will make a big circle as the body is also rotating. And this hand is completing a circle and the body is turning. Now one hand is up, one hand is down, as you can probably see. And then we're turning the hand that was facing up, down, and then we are releasing. That's the move. So we're going to lift up, and this hand will stay as is, but this hand will make a big circle, moving up, down. And when it comes, the hand is now facing up, and we are releasing. Turning the palm to face down, and we are releasing both of them. Big circle. Hand comes, and then release. We are moving side to side. Inhaling when the hand is kind of going up. Exhaling when the hand starts to release all the way. And then release. Breath coordination is not always like easy in this one. You can do either slower or maybe kind of faster. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. It could be even like 3 cycles. Let's do 2 more. Each side, one more time. And release. And notice the hand was lifting up from the front. I'll do it one more time so you kind of pay attention. Hand is moving up while it's facing down. We turn the body, complete the circle, palm faces up, and then release. And then there is one more. This is one of the ultimate. Tai Chi also uses the same thing. Repulse the monkey. Some of you who have tried Tai Chi will know this. In this one, the hand is not going to move like that, but will move back first. And we spend maybe like 2 months on refining the details of that move. But here we're doing an easier version just to give this sense of right, left, front and back kind of coordination. So hand will face up this time. Actually, both hands are facing up. And then this hand will go back as you are turning the body. So don't push your hand without turning the body. It's going to create some issue for the arm, kind of back of the arm. But turning the body, upper body mostly, making a circle, and then bring the hand like by side of your ear almost, and then push it towards the front. And when this hand moves like that, it will slowly turn, and this hand will go back now. And the palm is facing up all through. And now you're pushing the hand as if like at some stage they are meeting with each other. You're turning, gazing back, seeing the hand, almost like connecting with the hand. And then hand goes through the side of the ear, and you push almost like through the hand, and then this hand turns to face up. And then to the other side again, all the way, passing through the ear. Inhaling. Exhaling as you start to turn the body, hand is pushing. And when both hands kind of meet, as this hand is pushing, the hand turns. And then this hand goes back, your body is turning, you are gazing to the back hand, and then slowly hand comes through the ear, and you push the hands again. Let's do a few more. In Tai Chi, we add also the legs into this. When the hand comes to the front leg goes back. It gets just so complicated. And I think I've been telling you guys already, Tai Chi is the ultimate workout for elderly. I know it gets very complicated and it's just like impossible, almost, it looks like impossible to coordinate everything. But with a good teacher, you get to learn all these intricacies, and you realize how the brain really works. It's always trying to create a pattern like familiar, wants to learn it as quickly as possible so that it can turn into autopilot. But we're trying to avoid this so we can keep things healthy. Pushing it again. Let's do two each side. So hand is, you gaze to the hand and then bring the hand by your ear. Push it through the front. And the hand now is facing up. And the other hand kind of starts its journey. Big circle, the body turns, hand comes through the side of the head. You push, hand switches or faces up. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. I'm just turning sideways. Just take a moment to again release the hands as we find almost like a way to just settle things down. And we'll finish up with like an easier version of gazing at the moon. So your hands are facing each other right now, and we're going to be making a circle. Your stance can be a little wider in this one actually. We're making a circle, gazing towards the hands. If the low back, knees, lower body is happy, we're moving a very slow circle. You can come into a bit more kind of deeper version. Bend the knees, And then slowly straighten the knees as you make a whole circle. There is a bit of a weight shift as well. When the hands are on the side of that leg, the weight shifts to that side. Let's do one more time this side. And then when you come to the top for the next one, we're going to reverse. Still the circle. You're trying to gaze to the area between the hands. Let's do 2 more. Slow, nice circles. And then when the hands come at the top, this time, bring them to touch. Just hold them there for a moment. And we're going to bring the hands slowly towards the abdomen, but very slowly. So when the hand comes around like the brain level, feel that area, or sometimes the third eye area. Cognition, brain, mind. And then slowly, as you bring the hands down, as they touch, recognizing the heart area or heart center, like in the middle of the chest. Deep, nice breaths. And then bring the hands all the way down to the abdomen. And release. Bring your hands on your sides now. And we're going to do one kind of last thing to finish up. So your hands are on your sides. I'm going to turn sideways. Bring them to the front now. And hold them at a level of almost like solar plexus level. Knees are a little bit kind of soft again. Shoulders are relaxed. Breathe. Feel the sensations in your hands. And slowly start to take the hands back. As they come to the level of the body, kind of around the same on the sides, now turn the palms to face, or the fingertips face towards, like the sides. This area is another big acupuncture, we call it belt channel. So imagine you are also activating the belt channel with this. And then slowly bring the hands back to the same thing. Just hold the hands around the solar plexus. Breathe, become aware of the sensations in your hands, in the body. And slowly, we're going to do 2 more of those circles. Reach back. Turn the hands, fingertips to support. Shoulders are relaxed, don't let them to come up, so just drop. And attention in your fingers, or more like hands actually, feel the sensations. And then come up. Turn the hands one more time, same thing. Breathe in, breathe out. Turn the hands again slowly, push them back. Very slowly, do it very slowly so you're aware of all the sensations in your hands. And fingertips towards the belt area, towards the sides of your waist. And now they turn up. And bring them at the front, almost like facing down at the solar plexus area. And slowly release. Just bring the hands on your abdomen in the lower dantian now, cross the web of index and the thumb. Circle them a few times. One direction first. And then the opposite to balance things out. And just hold your hands here. You can bring your feet closer if you like. And feel the body like a bamboo in the wind, as they say. Maybe just moving slowly, gently. Your eyes can be closed if it feels comfortable. Otherwise, you can keep your eyes open, but just notice how the body finds its balance, the center of gravity. And with all the sensations now, maybe things are really circulating well in the body. Feel the bottoms of the feet, legs, inner legs, back of the legs, the pathways of the kidney and bladder, well nourished. Slowly take the attention from like the abdomen up through the spine to the top of the head. Feel your skull and the brain inside. And imagine your brain really shining up with light, energy, a little bit of warmth maybe. Maybe things are moving. Maybe if there was any kind of sense of stuckness, things are just loosening a little bit. A little bit more ease. A little bit more of like acceptance. Feel your connection between the brain. Slowly release the hands and bring the hands in your kidneys now, the back here. And breathe into your kidneys. And exhale, release everything, let go.